What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today I'm going to be discussing the newly released Netflix original movie, Senior Year, starring Rebel Wilson, Angourie Rice, Sam Richardson, Zoë Chao, Mary Holland, Justin Hartley, Chris Parnell, Jade Bender, and a special cameo appearance from Alicia Silverstone. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I said during the introduction, today I'm going to be discussing the newly released, came out on Friday, May 13th, Netflix original film, Senior Year. Now, as our movie opens, it's the year 1999, and after a failed birthday party at the local cool hangout spot, Rockin' Bowl, with her friends Seth and Martha, 14-year-old Australian immigrant Stephanie Conway decides that she wants to be one of the popular kids. She spends the next few years giving herself a makeover, becoming cheer captain, and even dating the popular boy, Blaine. And by her senior year, she has transformed herself into one of the most popular girls in school. Now, it's the year 2002, and Stephanie plans to win the title of prom queen in the hopes of becoming just like Deanna Russo, an alumnus of Stephanie's high school who seems to have the perfect life. Steph lives with her widowed father, and she is still friends with Martha and Seth. And Seth secretly has a crush on her. Stephanie has regular disagreements over preparations for prom with Blaine's ex girlfriend, Tiffany, who is currently feeling threatened by the prospect of Stephanie winning the title of prom queen. So, at a cheer performance, Tiffany convinces fellow cheerleaders to sabotage Stephanie's landing, which severely injures her and sends her into a coma. 20 years later, it's the year 2022, and Stephanie finally awakens from her coma. Her father is now the principal at Harding High, Stephanie's old high school, and Martha is now the cheerleading coach at Harding. Stephanie's father and Martha bring her home from the hospital, and on the way, they end up driving past Diana Russo's old house. Stephanie discovers that the now married Blaine and Tiffany reside in Deanna's old house. With the reluctant support from both her father and Martha, Stephanie decides to go back to high school in order to finish her last month of schoolwork, where she learns that Seth is now the librarian and the prom queen contest has been completely abolished. Additionally, Tiffany and Blaine's daughter, Bree, is the most popular girl at school and has a huge social media following. The cheerleaders are no longer the popular students and are not even allowed to dance or perform suggestive routines. Stephanie works to regain her popularity through her social media account, finally succeeding after a risque cheer routine that she choreographs without Martha's permission goes viral. The next day, Stephanie is confronted by Martha, who tells her that she and Seth felt abandoned when Stephanie became popular back in the days in high school. So Stephanie decides to attend a showing of Deep Impact with Seth, and they proceed to end up growing closer to each other after goading Tiffany into being thrown out of the showing. Afterwards, Stephanie and Seth go to Rock and Bowl, and Stephanie confesses that she wants to be elected prom queen so badly because she wants to make her mother proud. Tiffany then uses Bree's influence at school in order to get the prom king and queen contest reinstated and invites everyone at school, except for Stephanie, to a prom after party at their house. Stephanie decides to then host her own after party at Martha's family's lake house without her knowledge. Seth agrees to go to prom with Stephanie, but is hurt when he sees Blaine attempt to kiss her. Bree's boyfriend Lance is declared the prom king, and although Tiffany has rigged the vote so Bree will win, Bree drops out of the contest, allowing Stephanie to be declared the prom queen. As Stephanie and Lance share the prom king and queen dance, the school rallies behind Stephanie. Bree then proceeds to tell everyone to attend Stephanie's after party instead of her own, which is successful until Tiffany gets the police to shut it down. Martha angrily confronts Stephanie for using her lake house without asking, and when Bree arrives home, she is furious that her mom called the police on Stephanie's party. She points out that her mom didn't even ask if she was okay or if she had been arrested for attending the party. Bree goes on to tell her mother that she knows that she is in an unhappy marriage, which has been ruined by her desire to be popular, and forces her to apologize to Stephanie. Now, on Stephanie's way home from the party, she realizes that her rideshare driver is none other than Deanna Russo, the same woman that she idolized as a young girl. Deanna explains to Stephanie that being the prom queen did not give her a perfect life, and now she is struggling to make ends meet. After contemplating the ultimatum that her daughter had given her, Tiffany shows up at Stephanie's house and apologizes. Stephanie accepts Tiffany's apology and encourages her to focus more on her daughter instead of keeping up appearances. As our movie ends, Stephanie contemplates not attending her graduation, but her father convinces her to attend. Stephanie live streams an apology to all of her followers and friends, and she promises them to be her true self from now on. At graduation, her friends secretly organize the cheer routine from Stephanie's senior year, the very same one that injured Stephanie and sent her into the coma. Stephanie makes up with Martha, finally kisses Seth, and welcomes Tiffany to join them on stage as our movie comes to its end. This was a fun, cute movie from start to finish. It very much has that traditional high school movie rom com formula. It was a little bit similar in vein to Never Been Kissed, where in Never Been Kissed, Drew Barrymore is a journalist that goes back to high school on an assignment. But in this case, Rebel Wilson ends up getting injured, going into a coma, and then goes back to high school. But it's still that whole juxtaposition of an older person trying to integrate themselves in with the youth and be hip, be cool, fit in, be popular, and realizing that it's not as easy as it was when you were younger. Rebel Wilson, of course, has no problems making a fool of herself in movies, so it was real fun to watch her do that type of stuff here and just kind of make a fool of herself. Alicia Silverstone, 90s icon, Aerosmith music videos, Batman and Robin, I know, and of course, Clueless. Coming in to be Deanna Russo, to be the person that was looked up to all those years ago in that little bitty cameo. So well done. Such a good little nod to the 90s. I enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would, if I'm being 100% honest. I needed to try to find a movie that was somewhat newish to throw into my new release day. And this came out, like I said, on Friday the 13th here in May. Figure it'd been a couple weeks, which is what I try to do. I try to give a couple weeks after a movie comes out. That way people have a chance to see it before I go giving spoilers or anything. So this movie definitely fit within those confines that I try to adhere to for a new release movie, and it was better than I expected. When it comes to my rating for this movie, I'm going to give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. In the realm of high school movies and rom-coms, it wasn't it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. But it still was a lot better than I anticipated it would be. So I feel like I need to reflect that in my rating and give it the credit it deserves. 3.5 out of 5 stars for me for senior year with Rebel Wilson. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen it yet? Let me know if you're watching the premiere. Leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. But let me know what you guys think of senior year. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new episode of The War Zone, the weekly acquisition report, where I'm going to be taking a look at movies that I did not get from the Dollar Tree for the first time since launching this. And then on Monday, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, make sure you tune in as I review another Netflix original movie, Red Notice, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, as I bring my month-long celebration of The Rock's 50th birthday to a close. You're not going to want to miss out on those right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here on all new episodes of The War Zone and Renegades Reviews, as I bring you all the new content that I can. Like those videos, share them with your friends, your family, movie lovers, cinephiles. Smash those like buttons, subscribe, turn the bell on. Let's boost up my videos in the YouTube algorithm here so I can eventually get monetized by the end of the year, like I have my goal set. You guys are the ones that are going to make it happen for me. Thank you all for tuning in and joining me today as I brought you this brand new release review for Senior Year, the Netflix original movie. I am the Renegade JJ Williams. I will see you guys next time.